Hi, my name is Paulina Ramirez, and I'm going to be showing you how to open your case, take the saxophone out, assemble it, sit and play your first note, and then how to put it back in the case again. So first you want to make sure that your saxophone is on a flat, stable surface that can support its weight. I chose my bed, but you guys can choose the floor or the table or your bed, whatever works for you, and whatever is safe and stable for the instrument. Then you're going to want to make sure it's facing the right way. For it to not be upside down, you need to make sure these latches open up. Like a mouth. They open up. And you want to make sure that all of the latches on your case do that. You want to make sure also that this handle is on the bottom part of your case. This line signifies the opening of your case where the two parts are going to separate. And you want to make sure that the handle is on the bottom part that separates. So set it on a flat surface. Open it so that all the latches go up. All the latches up. And double check that the handle's on the bottom. Then you get to open your case, and there you will have a lovely saxophone in front of you. So the first thing you want to do is open a small compartment. It'll be like a small box inside of your case. And the first thing you want to do is take a reed out. You may have a box where you need to take the reed out of the box, but you need to take out your reed. And it will be in a plastic slip. And especially if it's new, it'll probably just be like this, where the thinner part of the reed is here and the thicker part is here on the outside for you to grab onto. Grab onto the thicker part of the reed and take it out. When I talk about thinner and thicker, there's a thinner piece of the wood here that you can see that it's thinner that curves up to a thicker piece of the wood. This thicker part is usually a little bit glossy, and you do not touch the top part of the reed. You usually just handle it from here. And then, although it sounds weird, you put it in your mouth and you do that to make the reed wet. It can be awkward, but that's just what the instrument needs to be able to vibrate and produce sound. Make sure to do this for a while. I didn't have to because my reed was already a little wet. But make sure that you at least get this thinner part of the reed moistened. This thicker part of the reed you can also put in your mouth, but make sure you have at least the thinner part of the reed. And then after that, once it's properly moistened, get your mouthpiece in the mouthpiece cover. Carefully grab the mouthpiece and take off the cover. And then you're going to have this little piece of metal on here on the mouthpiece called a ligature. You're going to want to make sure the screws are unscrewed so that they're loose, and then lift it up a little bit from the place it would usually be. I don't think you can see it on camera, but there's going to be lines where your ligature aligns with on the mouthpiece, and you're going to want to lift that up a little bit past them so that your reed has room to get in. And then you're going to want to take it by the thicker part of the reed and carefully slide it in until the tip of the reed is aligned with the mouthpiece. You want to make sure that it's not like this. This is a little extreme, but make sure it's not like this. Make sure it's even not like this. Also, on the other side of the extreme, you don't want this, or even this. You need to make sure that the reed is aligned properly with the tip so that it can properly make it sound. So, once I align it properly as I can, this is what it should look like. Like that. And then, this ligature that we slid up, you're going to want to slide it down. And then screw the screws until they firmly grasp the mouthpiece. You don't want to make sure that they're putting a lot of pressure on it. You don't need a lot of pressure. You just need it to firmly hold the reed in place. So make sure to screw them in gently until they're holding the reed in place. And then you're going to want to take your neck out of the case. Here, you want to hold it so that you don't press on this key by accident. And then attach the mouthpiece to the neck on the cork. And carefully swivel it side to side until you get to about this much of the cork left, not covered by the mouthpiece. And then, before you handle the body, you're going to want to put on your neck strap so that once you do handle the body of the saxophone, you don't forget to hook it on. So have it there. And then put this to the side and carefully grab your saxophone. I like to grab it when I take it out of the case. I like to grab it by the bell and then have my left hand here support it. That way I don't press on any of the keys, because if you press on the keys, they can miss a line or they can get damaged, and that's not good for the instrument. Then you're going to want to make sure to take off this little neck cap and put it to the side. And then after that, you need to attach the neck mouthpiece to the actual body. So put one hand here, have one hand holding the neck and mouthpiece. Make sure that this little screw right here, this little screw, is unscrewed enough for this to go in. And then carefully, gently, using side-to-side movements, swivel it into place. And make sure that it's small movements. You want to make sure that it is small movements because there is a small little thing right here, and you need to make sure that this does not hit this. And then screw in the screw in place. And there's a little hook on your neck strap, and there's going to be a small ring on your saxophone. Attach that, and you are ready to play. Make sure also that the neck of your mouthpiece is properly in place so that you're able to play it well. Make sure that this is facing towards you. And then I will show you our first note. You're going to want to press down these 3 keys. Your pinky is just going to rest here. Don't press these keys down, but have it resting there in case you ever need to change a note. So press these down, and then on the bottom, press this, and this down. The pinky is going to rest above here. Don't press anything down there, but rest it in case you need to change notes. And then press down on the octave key, which is above this little left thumb rest. And then you're ready to play your first note. Have your top lip on the embouchure like this, but have your top teeth also touching the mouthpiece. So top teeth, top lip. And on the bottom of the mouthpiece, you're going to want to have the bottom lip cover your bottom teeth. So like that. So put those together onto the mouthpiece. And hello. You may or may not need to take in more mouthpiece depending. Usually about here is a good place to take in. But this is adjusted to you, so make sure that you adjust that as you go and as you play. And always ask your teacher questions. Your teacher is there for you to ask them questions. And then to put it away, it is the same exact process. I like to keep it latched just in case I need to move my hands. But have your hand support the bell. Unscrew the screw I was talking about earlier. And then swivel this side to side again. Being careful so that you don't hit that small part. And then once you take it out, you can put this to the side and unattach the hook from the bell from the body and take our little cap and put it back in the instrument. And then carefully with one hand on the bell, another hand on the thumb rest, and not pressing down any of the keys. You want to put it back in the case gently. And then you can also take off your neck strap so that you don't forget. and put that back in our little compartment. And then you're going to want to take this mouthpiece off of the neck using the same motions that we did. Try not to press down on this key like this. And put the neck back in the compartment. And then you're going to want to take the ligature, unscrew it, and slide it up. And you can take that off for now, and then just take off the mouthpiece. Or you can keep it on, and just slide the reed out of it. And then you want to put the mouthpiece cover back on the mouthpiece. Put that in the compartment, and put your reed inside of the reed case. Very gently. And then you're going to want to close the lid again. Make sure that you close down all of the latches. And that was how you take the instrument out of the case, how to assemble it, how to sit and play your first note, and how to put it back in the case again.